Your CL series and QL series digital mixing consoles have a 2-track recorder and playback device that can be accessed through the USB port. If you wish to record audio from your console as a 2-track, you can send it to the USB through any of the output buses. The file is saved as an MP3 file, and the sample rate can vary from 96 kbps to 192 kbps. If you wish to play back audio from your USB memory stick, you can do that as well. The files should be either an MP3, AAC, or WMA file. Any of those files that you wish to play back need to be in the proper folder. At the upper level of your USB stick, you should have a folder titled YPE. Inside this folder, have another one entitled Songs. Let's take a look at how we set up our 2-track USB record and 2-track USB playback devices. To use the USB recording device, first we need to make sure that our USB stick is inserted into the console. To access the USB recorder, touch on the recorder icon just beneath the meters. Make sure you're looking at the USB tab. On this page, we can see our record path as well as how much space we have left available on our USB stick. In this middle section here, we can see any files that we've already recorded, as well as our transport controls. If you want to change the record rate, you can do so by touching in this area. Down here at the bottom, we see our recorder input and our playback output. Let's say we want to record audio from our stereo left and right buses. We can do so by touching on the record icon. This puts the console in record ready mode. Now that we're ready to record, we can start recording by pressing the play pause icon. When you're recording audio from your source, if you need to adjust the signal level, you can do so by using the recorder input gain. I'm going to adjust this using my touch and turn knob. Once you've finished recording your file, go ahead and touch the stop icon. Now I can see the file that I've recorded here. If I wish to rename that file, I can touch in this area with the double box icon. If I wish to play back a file, I just need to choose where I want that audio to land on my console. I can choose where that audio lands on my console in the playback output area. Nuendo Live is a software program developed by Steinberg that allows you to easily record audio from your live events. When partnered with your CL series or QL series console, these programs and consoles act in tandem. I can send parameters from my console directly into Nuendo Live, and I can also control Nuendo Live directly from my console. Things sent to the program from your console include your channel names and colors, and controls from your console are things like transport as well as adding markers. Let's take a look at how we set up Nuendo Live to work with your CL or QL series digital mixer. Dante Virtual Sound Card is a software program that we can use to transmit audio from our Dante network directly into our computer. Dante Virtual Sound Card is included for free with your CL series console, QL series console, and some of your R series devices. To turn on Dante Virtual Sound Card, click on the Start button located here. This pop-up window is my confirmation that Dante Virtual Sound Card has connected to our console. Keep in mind that by default, your console is prepared for 2 RIO 3224D devices and Dante Virtual Sound Card. We can view that here. Next, we'll go to our Nuendo Live Record tab. We can access the Nuendo Live Record tab by touching on the recorder icon just underneath the meter. Make sure you're viewing the Nuendo Live tab. We're going to mount Nuendo Live to our console so we have control of transport functions and can also transmit our channel names and colors into the Nuendo Live program. To mount Dante Virtual Sound Card to your console, touch on Nuendo Live Setup. Next, touch on DVS, and make sure your computer is highlighted. Then touch OK. Now we're ready to control our computer from our console. Let's go ahead and check out how we set up Nuendo Live. Now that our console is set to control Nuendo Live, let's go ahead and route audio from our R-Series I/O racks into our computer using Dante Controller. Dante Controller is a free software program that is available from the Audinate website. I'm going to expand this section so I can patch my channels one-to-one between the two devices. A quick shortcut is to hold down Control and then left-click on the minus sign. Now the first 32 inputs of my RIO 3224D are routed directly into my computer. Let's go ahead and close the program. Now that we've routed audio into our computer, we just need to insert our USB e-licenser into the computer and then open the Nuendo Live program. In this window, we can choose to open an existing project or create a new project. We can also view our settings and verify that Dante Virtual Sound Card is selected as your ASIO source. On the output mode side, we can either choose to use multi-track mode for virtual playback or stereo mode if you just want to monitor your recordings. We'll talk about those more later. Let's go ahead and create a new project. Here, we can determine where we want those files that we record to be stored on our computer or external drive. You can see here on the left-hand side that our channel names and colors have been imported into the Nuendo Live program. If you wish to easily record your audio, just touch on the Easy Record button on the console. This record arms all tracks and also activates the record lock. That way you don't accidentally stop your recording. To stop your recording, press the record lock icon and then touch the stop icon. Activating the Easy Record function also opens up your record panel automatically. In the record panel, we can note what our production name is, who the artist is, who the engineer is, and also who the director is. The production and artist information can be included as a part of your file name or as a subfolder. This makes it really easy to find your files. Next, let's open up the marker window. To open the marker window, go to Project and left-click. Then select Show Marker and left-click again. Markers are a great way to find specific points within your recording. You can add markers to your file by either hitting the Add Marker button on the console or by recalling a scene. Let's go ahead and start recording again so you can see how this is done. If I wish to add a marker at this point, I can touch the Add Marker icon on the console. This drops a marker here within Nuendo Live. With Recall Link lit, I can do the same by recalling a scene. When I recall the scene, the name of that scene will be included as a part of that marker. Nuendo Live can be used for recording audio and can also be used for virtual playback. If you wish to use Nuendo Live for a virtual sound check, the first thing we need to do is route audio from our computer directly into our console. We can do this by touching I/O device and making sure that we're viewing the Dante patch page. Next, we'll touch on Dante input patch and then select what channels we want our computer audio to land on our console. I'm going to select my computer down here and then choose the first channel of my computer to land on the first channel of my console. Patching multiple channels can be done a little easier using Dante Controller. Let's go ahead and set that up. In Dante Controller, we can quickly patch audio from our computer directly into our console. Just like before, I'm going to click on the plus sign between my computer and the console to patch that audio. A quick shortcut is to hold Control and then left-click on the minus sign. Now audio will be routed from our computer directly into our console. Let's store this setting as a library, that way we can access it quickly from the console again later. To store this library, touch on the library icon, select a spot, and then hit Store. I'm going to call this DVS. Now I have a Dante virtual sound card library that I can use whenever I want to do virtual sound check.